Hi, my name is James Jones, and this is a walkthrough of my CodeFolio project, which is a personal portfolio site I built using ASP.NET Core MVC, PostgreSQL via pgadmin 4, and I developed in JetBrains Rider. This project showcases my resume, personal projects, blog posts, and includes an admin area with secure login. It was designed to demonstrate full stack .NET development and build a professional online presence. So first, I'm going to take a little look at my workspace here. Here are the controllers: blog post controller, contact controller, home controller, project controller, and resume controller. Each one coincides with its model, which you see here: blog post, contact message, project, resume, and with its views. Down here, blog posts, contact, home, project, and resume, which you can see each one has views inside, some with CRUD functionality. So here is my app DB context, where the models are connected to the database. This is the DB initializer, which I wanted open because we're going to look at the dynamic resume, which can be modified to accept user information, but right now is practicing seeding. So it is seeded with this information that we're looking at. I'm scrolling through now. Here is the index for the project landing page, which has the ability for me to post a project, and to also have a clickable for you to view a video like the one I'm making right now. And in between each project, I wanted a bit of a buffer so that you could see that they're separated. And I used a slide carousel with 3 pictures that acts as sort of a slideshow when you're on the page. This is the blog post model, where I could show you that it has client-side authorization, authentication, and it actually has personalized error messages if one of the requirements are not fulfilled. And here is the blog post controller, just to show you that it also has back and server-side authorization and authentication as well. And here's my layout, CSHTML, which has, I wanted to show because there are hidden links in the nav bar depending on your level of access. So for instance, if you are authenticated, the user is able to manage projects and see the projects, whereas if you're not, manage the resume page if it was dynamic. But right now, it just gives you the ability to see it, and also the ability to manage the blog here. Now, if you're unregistered user, just a regular user, you would be able to see pages, but you would see a static resume page. You would see the projects, and you would see the blog posts. So I am going to build the application just so that we can take a look. So the navigation includes a resume, projects, blog, and contact page. The site is publicly accessible, but certain features like blog post creation and resume editing are restricted to admin users. I've styled the site using Bootstrap 5, added font awesome icons, and ensured the layout is fully responsive for desktop and mobile. This is, so right now, I would be a general unregistered user. So the resume page is a static page. Actually, hold on, let's go back for a second. The home page has different sections where if you didn't want to scroll, these links take you to each individual section. And just makes things a bit easier so you don't have to scroll down the whole page if you wanted to see some information that you've already looked at. About me gives you a look at a little bit of information about me. Here is the resume where for the general user, you're getting the static resume, HTML, CSS. For the projects, you're going to get a list of the projects, and this is what I was talking about here. You can click on this link. It'll take you to a video, somewhat like the one I'm making right now, that'll give you an idea of how I did the logic for the project, and it shows you the code and then a bit of the functionality. So there's the projects page. Different right now. I have 3 projects there. Moving on to the blog. So the blog has posts that I have created. It is a major feature where visitors can read all the posts, but only the admins can create, edit, or delete posts. So it uses server-side model validation with required and string length attributes in the blog post model, which we took a little look at earlier here. For example, blog titles must be between 5 and 150 characters, and blog contents must be between 20 and 5,000 characters. And invalid submissions trigger error messages, helping ensure clean, professional posts. The form uses Razor's ASP4 tag helpers, clean Bootstrap classes, and includes a styled hero image with attribution. So, heading back to the application, or move on to the contact page. So the contact page has allows visitors to send messages. The messages are validated and stored in the database using a simple contact message model. I've implemented feedback alerts to confirm successful submission or to flag validation errors, which I use SendGrid, and it instantly pretty much sends me an email informing me that somebody has contacted me with their information. So I implemented user authentication using ASP.NET Core Identity. Admin users can access blog management, edit resume entries, and view contact submissions. Role-based access ensures that general users only see public content, keeping the site secure and easy. So I've been logged in as a general user so far, and we've gone through the pages. You can see I have 6 links that are available up here. Now I'm going to log in as a registered user, just to show the difference in the hidden nav links. Sorry. So here we are. Now I have the availability. If you see up top here in the nav bar, I have all the same links, but there's an added dynamic resume, and it says hello Michael, role user. This role user I had because I was having an issue having the application accept or link to roles. So I had to use this to see if it was even defining registered users in their role when they logged in, and was able to debug that eventually. So here is the dynamic resume, which has the same information as the static resume. It's just styled a little differently. But as you can see, you still don't have the ability to edit or delete projects or blogs. Now I will log out, and I'm going to log in as the admin. So now, as you can see, if you look in the nav bar, I'm given a couple of extra links: manage projects, manage blog, where we'll go to manage projects first. Now you see I can edit or delete a project. If you go down to the bottom here, I also can add a new project. Let's do that. I'll just use the information they have, anything that pops up, so we can move through this quickly. But there, put anything in this field, testing, put in this field, testing, VTube link. Let's go use this image. Let's use this. And now I'm going to create this project. And there it is. Test title 2. Now I'm going to delete it. Gone. We'll do the same thing. We'll just check blog. I can actually delete this one. All right, let's see. Let's edit this one. So testing. Let's put edit. Save changes. Edit. There we go. If I want to delete, there we go. There. Boom. Create a new blog. Do this quickly. Testing the blog feature to make sure that it posts. Submit a new blog. And there we are, testing. What the date, time, everything needed. Again, we'll delete that because it's not necessary. So this project was built using ASP.NET Core MVC with Razor Views, Entity Framework Core with PostgreSQL, and PJadmin 4. I used Bootstrap 5 and Phantasm for styling, JetBrains Rider as my IDE, and Git and GitHub for version control. I plan to deploy the project soon using Microsoft Azure. And I just wanted to show the styling. Graphic design is pretty consistent, even in the identity pages, like this login page that I scaffolded in, the forgotten password page, registers new user, takes you to create an account. And if you wanted to resend your email confirmation, all of those I had the design align consistently with the rest of the application. So through this project, I strengthened my understanding of MVC architecture, data modeling with EF Core, and implementing secure role-based features. I also gained confidence working with validation, responsive UI design, and integrating multiple technologies into a cohesive application. In the future, I'd like to expand the project with image uploads and GitHub API integration. Take a quick look. There's the database. You can see the identity tables have been scaffolded in along with my tables for blog posts, contact messages, projects, and the resume sections. Here is that seeded information. But if you wanted to see, say, the blog post, for instance, there it is. Currently, the project runs locally, but it's ready for public deployment using Azure so it can serve as a live portfolio. Thank you for watching this walkthrough. You can find the full source code and documentation on my GitHub. The link is in the description below the video. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you had fun. Have a great day.